Hey guys, it's Jonas here, and today we are going to be talking about a super cool topic. This is a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, so here we go. We're going to talk about self-driving cars. Okay, so what is a self-driving car? Basically, a self-driving car is just a regular car, except it's controlled by a computer. So here we have an electric car driving down the road, cars around it, sensors in back, sensors in front. There you go. Pretty cool, eh? But how do other people feel about it? I wanted to go on the streets and ask some real people what they felt about self-driving cars. First question I want to ask is, how do you feel about self-driving cars?
In the future, I think if all the cars are self-driving, then they would be able to perform much better in some sort of network. But having mixed cars and our people-driven cars and automatically driving cars on the road is kind of a hazard.
I think self-driving car is kind of like far away from our lives, but it definitely will convenient our lives. But you know that we don't want AI to control our lives, so
It has a lot of potential, and I'm really looking forward to it. To be able to sit in one of these cars one day and experience the convenience that self-driving cars bring towards me.
My first impression is that they're a good idea, but I say that because I really don't enjoy driving myself.
Self-driving cars have the potential to make a huge difference to so many people's lives. From little things like dropping you off at the airport to bigger things even like being your designated driver so you can have a fun old party night and not have to worry about getting home. Self-driving cars are promising a very exciting future where we can do whatever we want. So I want to ask some people how they think self-driving cars will affect their lives.
At this point, it won't because I don't drive a car.
mm, you can drink while you're driving.
I will be able to sleep, eat, or do whatever I want in a self-driving car.
I think eventually I would adjust.
Let's say there's a man crossing the street on a crosswalk, and your electric car is speeding towards him. A collision is inevitable unless your car decides to turn off the road. But turning off the road would result in your own death. What should the car do?
I don't think the car should be able to make that decision at all. If the car's not ready to either avoid both of those situations, then it probably shouldn't be on the road.
It should do everything to immediately stop or just turning left to stop it from hitting something.
Since the driver is protected by the car, the laminated glass on the windshield, and the airbag, there's a higher chance that the driver is gonna survive.
It would definitely make me uncomfortable getting inside of a car that would potentially take my life to save someone else's. But at the same time, it would make me uncomfortable being a pedestrian, knowing that a car might hit me to save whoever's in the car.
Obviously, self driving cars are not going to replace conventional ones overnight, so we're going to have to share the road with them. Let's see how people feel about that.
I would feel comfortable sharing the road with a certain level of automation of self-driving cars. Um, Currently, we already share the road with lots of self-driving cars, but to share the road with a fully automatic self-driving car, I would not feel comfortable.
Why not? I think it's worth trying to share the road with self-driving cars because we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yes, I think that I would be more comfortable to share the road with a self-driving car than a car that's steered by a person.
I personally have anxiety around driving and being in regular cars already. So it would be nice that self-driving cars would get rid of intoxicated drivers or sleep-deprived drivers or other things that can lead to accidents. Um, I guess it would be nice if all cars were self-driving and it would keep it consistent and completely regulated.
Self driving cars send tons of data to the cloud in order to function properly and improve. How do people feel about their daily routine being shared with some third party company?
I would feel totally all right with sharing my daily routine with a car manufacturer. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Google's already looking and listening to me all day.
I think it has good side and bad side. The good side is that if you're encountering some like dangers like a car accident, they would know immediately like where you are or like what's happening to you. They can find you more quickly. But the other side is if there is some like information leaking from the internet, then it may hurt you or yeah.
I understand that in order for a self-driving car to work, they would need my location, but I don't really mind they knowing my daily routine because I live a very simple life and I have nothing to hide.
I think if it would ultimately lead to better and safer technology, then that would be worth it. I guess it depends. You have to have faith that they're not doing anything wrong with that information.
There are two types of self-driving cars. Discretionary ones, where the driver still has ultimate say on what the car does, and non-discretionary cars, where the computer in the car makes the final decision. Which one do people prefer?
I totally support discretionary automatic vehicles. We already have tons of them out on the road with features like lane departure, correction, and automatic braking.
I don't think it matters a lot because even you don't have the discretionary, you can still like control the direction of where you want to go by other types of like electronic controllers. Yeah.
I prefer discretionary cars because a car does not only take you from one place to another. It driving is also very fun, and I don't want them to take that functionality that defines a car away. So I prefer a discretionary car.
I would definitely support the discretionary self-driving car because I wouldn't feel comfortable completely giving up all control and not having the ability to stop the car or change the direction if I needed to. That would just make me nervous knowing that I have absolutely no power in the car and I'm subjected to whatever it decides.